Okay. Typically, I gotta see videos from people before I give new things. Reason being is because there's always that chance that something was done wrong. I don't know if that's the case. You did show that you were doing the strict alternate picking last time, which is good. So that's going to be the big thing that I'm concerned about. Not that you're hitting the 180 that you said. We just got to make sure that you're absolutely just continually down, up, down, up, down, up that whole time. So just watch that picking hand of yours. Make sure that it is doing down, up, down, up, down, up that whole time. So number one, we're just going up and down that C major scale. So again, you may have done it perfectly well, but I'm just saying, just in case, really pay close attention to that picking hand. So this way, we are focusing on playing it right, building the good habits, and staying away from any accidental economy picking. Okay. So that being said, here's number one at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number two, this is using that B Locrian shape, but we're going to start on the high E note instead. Go down and then back up. 60 beats per minute. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 3. I'm going to start getting rhythmic again. So, if you find it helpful to count along with what you're playing, totally fine. But same thing we've been doing. Downstroke on the downbeat, upstroke on the upbeat. And here we go with number 3 at 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I done picked it wrong. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now I'm going to explain number 4, and this is taking the idea of what you worked on this past week. So all those progressions where you're arpeggiating the chords, and you labeled everything and all that. So this time we got the Roman numerals, and so the Roman numerals telling you the chord position. It's telling you like what kind of chord you're supposed to do. So there's 2 things, technically 3. So you're going to label the chord. So you're going to write out the chord name. You can do it to the right of the Roman numeral. You can do it underneath. Either way is fine. And then what's going to happen, the string you start on is over here on the right. So you're going to start this chord on the A string. So your root note is on the A string. Now, tab it out or write it out just like number 4 from last time. So you have one note after the next, climbing up and back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes total, okay? You're not just going to do that. You're going to, and this, so after you finish writing things out, send it over to me. I am leaving on this Friday, and I'm coming back in Saturday, I think it's the 26th. Yeah. So basically, if you send me anything before Thursday night, like by Thursday night, I'll be able to check it out. If you can't do it by then, I will be able to look again Sunday the 27th. So basically when our next lesson is. So you're going to be writing each chord in, but just because you start on the A string here doesn't mean that this has to be on the A string, at least the root note. The goal here is to go from one chord to the next with the shortest distance possible. So you want to stay within the same area the whole time. So it involves a lot of thinking about where things are at on the fretboard. So, like all the stuff that I gave you last time, if you go through it again, look at how we're going from one root note to the next in a short distance. So we're trying to stay within the same spot on the fretboard. We're not trying to go, big jumps left to right. We're trying to stay in one spot. So that's the goal here. I'm having you start on a different string compared to what I gave you, so this way you got to think more about it. So if it ends up being too confusing, not a big deal. We'll definitely go over it more when I get back in town. But at least label all the chords. So you can definitely do that as you did with the previous thing. So if you got any questions about that, let me know. I'll do my best to answer it prior to us getting back together. So yeah, let me know if any questions come up. I'll see you again in 2 weeks.